Hello everyone, my name is Lena Faulkner and this is my week 4 presentation. So here's a quick overview of who I will be discussing in my presentation: Dwight Waldo, Douglas McGregor, and Charles Lindblom. So Dwight Waldo, he had a couple of different views of public administration, opposite from Wilson and opposite from Taylor. He points out that currently public administration is running in this very orthodox scientific manner, with this like set in stone rule of politics and administration being separated, referring to Wilson's dichotomy. But Waldo is pretty much saying that this is not the case. According to Waldo, there are a lot of factors that influence public administration: theoretical movements such as scientific management, personalities, world events, foreign affairs, economy, etc. And he goes on to say that the values should be factors of public administration as well, not this blind neutrality that is currently in place that administrators have. So therefore, basically, public administration, in his mind, cannot be so rigid with separation between politics and administration, and that practices and values that work for American business, he said, such as scientific management, isn't always going to necessarily work for American government. I can agree with Waldo. I do see in current day government bits and pieces of past theorists such as Wilson, Taylor, Weber, Follett, who have influenced and changed processes, and also wars and foreign affairs and other things even to come that have and will influence and change processes. So Douglas McGregor, he discussed management and employee performance in his Theory X, Theory Y format. I highlighted the section of his article where he quotes Teddy Roosevelt, stating, "Speak softly and carry a big stick." So McGregor is basically making a point that some managers are soft type of managers and some managers are hard. And both have advantages and disadvantages, but it's not effective if a manager is solely one or the other because employees differ. So some ex-employees need the harder management style with strict direction, and some Y employees need the softer management style. So based on the employee, their personality, their motivational needs, this will determine the best approach for the manager. And this Theory X, Theory Y model is true for public administration, because just as employees differ, the people that we serve differ. Therefore, their take on the situation, their interpretation, their needs will all navigate the public administrator's approach when handling situations, creating policy, setting budgets, things of that nature. Now, last but not least, Charles Lindblom. He discusses the science of muddling through when it comes to policymaking. He explains the difference between the root and branch method, and describes how the root method, which is more commonly taught, is very lengthy, intense, specific, detailed, focused, theory-based. The branch method, which is actually more commonly used, is basically looking at policy that has already worked in similar situations and just tweaking it, to fit the current need, or taking an already established policy for an issue and changing a few things to rectify a new problem or concern within that issue. So the hard work of formulating a theory-based proven policy has already been done. And since things change day by day by day, those policies may need to be revamped. But he's saying not thrown out, not completely recreated, just revamped. So I chose this section to highlight because Lindblom is stating that, basically a wise policymaker realizes this. They will know that their policy isn't going to be the end-all final decision, and there will be future factors that are going to come into play that, neither that policymaker nor the public are going to be able to predict. and therefore it will need to be modified, here and there as time progresses. I do not believe that Lindblom is stating, just use branch method over root method. Obviously, we still need to be able to develop new policies. Take COVID, for example. Many new policies were created in reaction to that immediate public health emergency. But I feel he's just saying, hey guys, there are two ways to make policy. So consider which is going to be the best for that situation in that moment. So that's it. I hope you guys have a great week, and thank you for listening to my presentation.